What's up, guys? My name is Mad Squash 924. Welcome back to another episode of the Sinking City Remastered Part 14, I believe. We are playing as Mr. Charles Reed, a detective with the worst kind of schizophrenia you can possibly have. Cthulhu magic bullshit. I know. Don't you hate it when that happens? I do. But now, we gotta go and head towards our next objective. Because we're doing currently the side case of the Oakmont letters, which entails us to go to lots of locations, frankly, to go find notes. We'll try to run them back to back, so we'll try to do it quickly. I also have to make sure I find the right buildings to do such things, which is also kind of important and key. There it is. It's one of them. Now we're looking for notes. Don't know where it could be. It could be on this floor. It could be on the next floor. I don't know. I'm just a guy that's looting this building because we're robbers too, apparently. But we're just trying to figure shit out, you know? That's what we do here. That's a basement door that does not open, leading me to believe that we need a key, or we have to fall into the basement to then get to said basement. Not ideal, but beggars can't be choosers. Or we don't need to go there at all, and we'll find the notes on one of these floors. And then we can just leave. That'd be ideal. I was kind of hoping we'd find a rag in those things. Because if I remember right, we're out of rags. We need rags. Wait, did we circle this whole thing already? I must be missing something. What in the frig was that noise? Strange. Strange indeed. This place is pretty damn vacant. There's a back door. So there is. What the shit is this thing? What does this one even call him? Terrible fetus? Yeah, that's just great. It's totally something I wanted to read. Not? I figured it'd be on a desk or a table or a footstool or something. Oh, there's another floor. Okay, that makes more sense. That tracks. Let me guess. CW. My dearest comfort. If my scrawl is illegible scribble, forgive me. The shock of what I have delivered from the poor young woman's room has affected my nerves. Her guttural streams still ring in my ears, and her birth tragedy lurks near where I hide. Had my attendant not been attacked first, I would have certainly shared her fate. The wriggling abomination that erupted from the wife's belly leapt from her body and attached itself to the nurse's throat with a wet smacking sound. Pulled behind it, the taut umbilical cord tore out of the placenta in an eruption of bright blood that soaked my gown. Stunned, I looked into the mother's bulging eyes as she convulsed and bit off her tongue between clenched, grinding teeth. Falling backward in horror, I crawl behind a medical cabinet in the operating theater, and I can hear the sloshing movement of the afterbus sliding across the floor as the terrible infant silently approaches. I write this account on my surgical mask with the sturdy pen you gifted me last year near Oakmont Commons. May it now serve faithfully as my only weapon against a deformed babe. Sincere thanks, Sebastian. Well, that's not good. Let's leave. I don't think we'll find this baby. All we were here for was the note. Where's the door? There we go. Good. Alright, so we don't need you no more. There's another one right over here. Just want to double check the fetus one. Yes, good. On to the next. Sure, this quest, this side case that we're doing is just a lot of note collecting, basically, but that's okay. It's near the corner of blah, 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 blah. But where is the building? What building is this anyway?
What's the problem?
What the problem? Well, there's monsters here. I have Molotovs, I don't have frag grenades. I don't have fucking rags. Good. Really? Are you fucking serious? Well, that happened. What can you do? Why the fuck am I so far away? Truth be told, we don't even know if that was the right building.
Stop it.
At least I refilled all of our stuff again. It'd be kind of cruel if they didn't. You're stupid, I thought it was this corner. This building. Yeah. We're just here for a note. Just to remind everybody.
Huh.
Let's check the basement, since it has one. Don't see anything in the basement. No more alcohol, that's good. Still no freaking rags. We need the rags. Still no rags.
The door won't budge.
Not good. Good. Okay. Ouch. Yeah, those goopy noises aren't helpful. There we go. My dear Clara, it has been years since we last saw each other, and I still can't sleep without looking at the picture you sent me of your family. I wish I had something to show you, but pictures of this place would only bring you nightmares. What was I thinking when I left our hometown? I fear that I might be losing my sanity. You remember Dumont, my neighbor that works at the docks? I mentioned him in previous letters. He was always a good friend, but I don't know what happened. He started screaming in the middle of the night, chanting about the lost cities and saying strange words. I was never a religious man, but I don't know how to explain this condition through science. I see strange things each time I look out the window, and I don't know if they are really there, or if it's just my mind playing with the mist. Somehow, the mad words of my friends start to make more sense each time I look at those wild, incomprehensible shapes. I'll return home as soon as I have enough money to do so. I hope to survive all of this. Your beloved brother, Victor. Why do I hear somebody? Holy shit, there's a guy. Well, he's dead now. Trying to see if he was hiding anything up here, but nope. I better start using some of this ammo. It says we're full on it. That first aid? It is. There we go. Alright. That one's now done, thankfully. Where do we want to go now? We go here, I suppose. Sure. So we'll run this way for a little while and then take a boat for the rest of the way. But yeah, hopefully we get this done relatively quick. I don't know how long it's truly going to take us, but who's to say? So far, though, this quest isn't bad. Let's just collect notes and then move on. Sorry, this case. I should be more prevalent towards the game's understanding of side quests. But it should be easy because it's going to be on the water. So it should be relatively easy to spot because it'll be a docking area right here. Yeah. That doesn't sound ideal, does it? Hey, knowledge point. Nice. I'll take it. I want these. I want the traps doing more damage. And we got rags? That's crazy. Oh, that was quick. It was right here. The man in the mirror. He's gone. Ever since this infernal flood began, I kept seeing him in the mirror. The man who stole my reflection. He wore my skin like a suit, but there was nothing human beneath it. I knew I was on the other side and was looking straight at me. I covered every mirror in my house, but in vain. I could see him in the window panes, in every public, in every puddle, even in the other people's eyes. The neighbors started to look at me strangely. I couldn't sleep. I saw his face in these nightmares, and when I woke up, I heard whispers coming from the looking glass. But now he's gone. I uncovered the mirror to smash it to pieces, and he's gone. There's nothing in the reflection at all, but I feel like I'm not alone. It's because you're not alone. Like these invisible ones. And they like to pretend they don't exist. So it's understandable. Really? Okay. Now that's done, we can get out of this building. Right? We have... Should have been the mirror one, right? Mirrors, yeah. We have a few more. Let's go to this one next. Hall of the Ocean. I don't know why sometimes the boat just isn't where I want it to be. So we're taking our next left. And then we take our next right. That's right. And then it's a straight shot. And supposedly it's on the ocean. Sorry, not the ocean, but you know what I mean. In the streets of the water. The water streets. It'll be right there. What does it say anyway? Central... It's in E. Brown Street. East corner of with St. Michael's Road. So... Could be here. I think it's this building. Place has a basement as well, eh? Don't see anything now. Okay. Let's go upstairs. What the fuck is this? My cherished flock, K, I believe, has forsaken us, assuming, of course, any such beings exist. Are we to die frightened? Are we to die mad? Death would be merciful indeed in the face of this second flood. There will be no rainbow to blossom over our corpses. The sea beckons me in a way Scripture never has, as she had always done since beasts who would be men ooze from her briny womb. I will go seek her soon and draw her salt-laden baptismal breath into my own lungs. May she forgive us for our hubris. Your shepherd, Zachariah James Baker. Yeah, James Baker was a fucking nut who kept fucking octopuses in his house. Yeah. Well then, we'll just be off then. There's nothing to see here, clearly. Alright, that one's also done, which is good. Delete that. I guess we're gonna do this one next, the Forlorn Woman. Yep. Let's move. We're getting a lot of these done though. I'm pretty happy about getting a lot of them done. That does make me happy because there's so many of these. As long as we just go in and out, get the note, and then leave. I mean, of course, we're going to read the note, of course, but we got to get them first. Okay. We're going to see where and how we're going to get to where we have to go. Alright, so we're going this way. Yeah, we go this way for a little while. Take a right turn here. And now we're looking for another building. Thankfully, they're not even in the infested places either. So it would suck if it was. Can't be too careful. Yep. Not as much. Set up some traps. Hi, Dad. The back room window was broken when I woke up from my nap, so I'm gonna go look for Mom. She can't have gone too far yet. I'm sure she'll listen to me when I find her. Sometimes when I take her food to her, she looks at me weird, like she remembers me. Sometimes she even reaches out through the slot and tries to grab my hand. But I do what you said and stand behind the white line, push the tray with the stick, and she cries. I really hope she'll get better soon. Don't worry, Dad, I'll find her and bring her home. Love you, Rachel. Don't know what that was, and I don't want it. Hello, goodbye. We don't need to be here any longer. We're out of here. You guys can have fun out there. Okay, that one's also done. Let's go to this one. We're getting these done pretty quick. I like it. I like it a lot. Definitely easier than some of the other side cases we've done. This one? Yeah. It's not like we have to look for all evidence either. We just go to a house, get a note, and leave. Unfortunately, we are also in an infested zone. Here's the building. Just gotta start sprinting and running around now. I see purpose in fighting them. Not unless they're so fast to catch up, which some of them have. Okay. Pretty sure there's a basement to this place too, it looked like. I might be wrong though. No, there is. My detective vision was going off for a second. That's why. Okay, 21st of March of 1856. New South Wales, on the day we've arrived near Ball's Pyramid, a giant rock around 2,000 feet high extending from the sea. The air is poisoned all around it. You can barely see the tip of the monolith. The catch is good here and brought us more gold. Gotta give them 2 slave women we bought on Sumatra. Wretches have terrified when they saw them. Good riddance. We landed on Lord Howe Island, a few nautical miles away, for fresh water and fruit. The Hetty dinghy was put at sea at 8:15 in the morning. Last time we were here, in 1847, there were 3 settlers and their aboriginal wives. This time, only the women remained, and they were not the same. Tattooed, their eyes were red with blood, and dead animal carcasses were strewn around the camp. They slept on the floor beside said corpses. We drank and danced with them, and one played a strange musical flute, with sounds we'd never heard before. One of them took me to her hut. While I was at it, between her legs in the dark, Matthews came with a torch. And I could see that above me, the dead husband was hooked to the roof. The skin over his face dried like a 100-year-old apple. Bones and clothes he was, his mouth open. and distorted into an endless shout. I can still see his eyes, alive and rolling it, looking at me. The witch was laughing hard while wiping her thighs, all her teeth filed to a point like a wolf or a shark. We fled this cursed place, leaving the witches behind. Yeah, that was horrible. Okay. That one's also now done. Excellent. How many is left? I see this one. Is there 2 left? That's pretty damn good. All things considering. Yeah, I think there's only 2 left. First things first, let's get out of this infested area. Before we at least end the episode. Don't want to be in it. Okay. Can I get there within a safe distance? Yeah, kinda. I can also try to just do it, but that's fine. Now that we're in town, it's a better zone for us anyway. We'll fast travel a little bit closer to it. And this is where we'll end today's episode of the Sinking City Remaster. Hope you guys all enjoyed. If you guys have, make sure you guys leave a like, leave a comment. Tell me what you think of today's episode, of course. And if you're new to my channel or have been watching me for a little while and you haven't done so, feel free to subscribe to me, MadSquash924, and don't forget to ring the bell to get notified of my latest videos. On the next episode, we're going to finish the side case up with the last 2 notes that we have to acquire. Once we do that, we are actually back to the main case, which we haven't done since episode 3 or something. It's been a long time. But I'll see you then. Goodbye.